Well, hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Who am I? I am Richard Jan Goetze. I am the author of the Little Ricky series of short stories. I have three collections on the go, two fully completed and published collections available on Amazon.ca and on Kobo.com. They are available for sale, and I have the third collection on the way. Currently, 4 stories of that collection put together. 3 are published, 1 on the way. Hopefully, I'll have another 1 or 2 out before the end of 2025. Anyhow, today is a great day, and like I said, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a great day for another Reading with Ricky. Today's story we're going to focus on is the teen years of my character, my main character called Little Ricky. He is my protagonist, and he deals with all kinds of life's ups and downs, goods, bads, and everything in between. And this time it's a summertime story. It's a campout story of a young teen lad trying to figure out where he fits into society. And you know what? Sometimes when 3 lads come together, trouble can happen. Sometimes good things, sometimes bad things. But luckily, most teens are surrounded by good, kind people there to support them. And today's kind person is, in my book, is going to be a woman called Mrs. Louisa Beauregard. She actually, in real life, was a neighbor to me, and she lived across the street. But I'm using my memories of Louisa in this particular story to bring back the kindness that she had in helping teens become better people. Anyway, today's story will be in Reading with Ricky, wild boys, 3 wild boys, and a wise woman. The wise woman being Mrs. Louisa Beauregard. Anyhow, before we get into today's Reading with Ricky, though, I want to talk a little bit about myself. I am Richard J.M. Goetze, as I said. I go by Rick or Ricky, and I have been writing short stories now since the year 2000, published my first collection in the year 2001, and I continue to write short stories and publish them. Am I an author here to become rich and famous and be the best author in the world? Absolutely not. I'm using my talent as an author. I've discovered that I have some writing talent. I'm using my talent to be able to give back to society. I think my strong belief is we don't live alone in this world, and we should try to do whatever we can to help our fellow neighbor, our fellow friends, our fellow stranger in the street, if we can. I always think of the Good Samaritan coming along to help out the poor person who has fallen and to help them get up. So what I do is I write short stories and I publish them on Kobo.com and Amazon.ca, the Canadian version of Amazon. And when I make a sale, I earn royalties. Well, those royalties I don't keep for myself. I give 100% of those royalties to a food bank. I am using my talent to help the poor, to help people find something to eat at the food bank. So when I give my royalties to the food bank, they use that money to buy food, to stock their shelves in the food bank, and that's why I decided to write and continue to write to help the poor. So my first collection came out. It's a collection of 12 short stories called Little Ricky the Boy from Otter Lake. This collection was published in 2021, and it's dealing with my protagonist as a young boy. So he's age 0 when he's born to age 5, and he's growing up in a small town, a real town, but in the book it's a fictional town called Otter Lake, Quebec. And he has many interactions with family, friends, townsfolk of the town, and basically it's about learning, loving, forgiveness, fun, life lessons, all of that stuff that comes with a bit of laughter. So it's life basically from the eyes of a child, the child's perspective on growing up. So beautiful, country-based, heartwarming 12 short stories. Brings you from January right until Christmas time in the Child's Magic Christmas in this collection. So this collection is sold in a collection of 12, but they are also, all of the 12 stories are sold individually. My next collection that I put together is called Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures. I put this collection together about a year after my first collection because fans were saying, we really like your stories, we'd like to hear more. So I aged my character, Ricky, and he's now 14 years old. He's a teenager, and he's dealing with all the particular teen issues that teens usually go through. So he's supported by wonderful teachers at Victoria Avenue High School and a few kind, beautiful people back from Otter Lake, Quebec. So as teenage Ricky evolved throughout these 12 stories in this collection to grow into a fine, young, caring adolescent man. This collection, when I put it together, was so big that I had to split it into 2 parts. So this collection, The Lad from Otter Lake, is sold in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 has the first 6 stories, and part 2 has the second 6 stories from 7 till 12. The next collection I put together was just published this year in 2025, and it is the sequels. It's the sequel stories to the first collection, Little Ricky, the Boy from Outer Lake. Have you ever read a story, watched a movie, TV show, what have you, and you say, oh, that was so good, but what happened next? What happened to Jane Doe? Where is John? You know, did he get the job? Did he not get the job? Did they fall in love? Did they, what have you? So, but now you know, now you can know. So if you really love the first 12 stories in the first collection, Little Ricky, the Boy from Outer Lake, now you can come back for the sequels, because each of the stories continue in these 12 brand new sequel stories to the original stories. It is available for sale on Kobo.com and Amazon.ca. Okay, and the third collection that I'm writing is called Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake. And in the Young Man from Otter Lake, I currently have 4 stories out of the collection. It will eventually have 12 stories, but because of some health issues, I couldn't write as much as I wanted to. So it's taking me a little while to complete all 12. I have 4, maybe I'll have 5 or even 6 this year. Out and published, and then I'll work next year on the next 6 short stories for that collection, and that'll be my third collection. That's called Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake. But today's feature is not about those stories. Those are our new stories. Today's feature in Reading with Ricky is going to be Wild Boys, Wise Women. So hang in there. I'll be right back, and we'll have a little bit of Reading with Ricky for this short story. Hey, thank you for sticking around. If you're really enjoying my YouTube channel and you're liking these Reading with Ricky's or any of my little shorts or videos that I create for my stories, please give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up is really cool because it really tells me that you care about my work and about what I'm doing as a Canadian author. I'm trying to make my way, and your feedback, your comments, your likes, your purchases help me become better known and spread the word about me as a Canadian author and the charitable work that I'm doing. So I really appreciate that. Leave a comment. Your comments mean so much to me. They really inspire me. They make me feel good. They help me out, and they encourage me to write more and more better stories. So comments are wonderful. Subscribe to my channel if you want to always know what's going on with Little Ricky and with me. Subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you want to be notified, there's a little bell down there. Click that bell, and you'll get notifications every time I post a new short or video on my YouTube channel. So today's story is with Reading with Ricky is Wild Boys, Wise Women. So basically, here's the paperback version of this book. It's also sold as an ebook or as an audiobook. The audiobooks are sold on Kobo.com, where ebooks and paperbacks are sold on Amazon.ca. So a little bit of information about the story on the back, and of course about me as the author. Let's have a flip through here, and I'll just read for you the teaser paragraph. The teaser paragraph for this story starts like this. Little Ricky, the lad from Otter Lake Adolescent Adventures. Wild Boys, Wise Women. Ricky and his best mate Daniel, a foster kid who lived across the street, befriends a troubled boy from town. Sadly, hidden trauma drives the unhappy 14-year-old lad to develop a rough character, to tell lies, to steal, to smoke, and to abuse alcohol. Being empathetic young guys, Ricky and Daniel invite him to a campout, a night that changes the lives of everyone involved. While the situation escalates out of control, it forces the lads to face hard truths about life. Luckily, Ricky and Daniel are fortunate to have a wise woman, Mrs. Louisa Beauregard, Daniel's foster mother, and a friend to Ricky, close by throughout the entire disconcerting adventure. Always present and willing to help, she supports the guys from the beginning to the end. Her life experiences and gained knowledge shed light on the dangers of smoking and drinking to the curious teens, and provide some surprising relations that help the friends realize how lucky they really are. So hang in there. We're going to have a Reading with Ricky, but before I do that, I'm going to show you the artwork. Here are basically some of the characters that are featured in this short story, the 9th in my second collection. And this, of course, is the cover picture. That is there, Mrs. Louisa Beauregard, who was a foster mom who lived across the street. Wonderful, wonderful lady. She is featured in this book. I have a fictional character based on Louisa in this book, and I try to capture her goodness in every last word that I wrote about her. So hang on. I'm going to just flip the page, and I'll be right back, and we're going to have a Reading with Ricky from Wild Boys, Wise Women. There we go. Tongue-tied. So I'll be right back. Great. So let's get into the story. Wild boys, wise woman.
He pulled the starter cord again, but the little Briggs and Stratton motor did nothing. It did not even sputter or choke. What was wrong with the blasted machine, he asked himself. They had just refilled its gas tank and had cleared out all the clumps of grass from its deck and blades, but alas, pull after pull of the starter rope achieved no results. He wondered, why will it not start? I still have all the grassy areas to cut along the gardens and then also at the back of the house and around the shop. I don't have all day, so I must figure this out. Ricky, the lad from Otter Lake, was not impressed that his lawnmower would not start. He knew a bit about small engines because he had learned the basics from his father, Mr. Cyril Gauthier, the proprietor of a small engines repair shop, and his brothers, all apprentices under his father's tutelage. However, he definitely did not have the same level of knowledge and skill as those trained men. He did not have the same knack when it came to stubborn motors that would not start. Ricky scolded himself as he thought, Dad and my elder brothers are all great mechanics. Why do I not pay more attention when they explain to me how to diagnose problems with gas-powered piston-driven motors? Feeling frustrated, he flopped to his knees to have a better look at the mower. His heart sunk as he struggled to try to figure out what the problem was. He felt sheepish that he was so stumped at this moment. He felt too embarrassed to have to run to his father or one of his brothers each time something did not work. Ricky was determined that this time he would figure it out. As he bent closer to the little white-painted, chipped and greasy motor, securely bolted to its grass-stained red cutting deck, he noticed something surprising. The lad twisted so that he actually sat his bum against the turf, and then stretched his legs so that he could lower himself down for a better look. He pushed the mower forward on its set of 4 white plastic rubber-rimmed wheels. He reached his hand over the top of the machine, and because he was no longer shadowing the mower from the sun, the glare that beamed from the shiny metal muffler struck him in the eyes. He blinked twice to refocus. Aha, that is what is wrong, he squealed. When we were filling it up with gas and cleaning out all the crud underneath, it seems my brother Chris had disconnected the wire from the spark plug. Ricky was warned often to always do this before any work was to happen involving very sharp lawnmower blades. If this precaution was not taken, the motor could accidentally start and chop one's hands off. Ricky knew he needed his hands if he wanted to be crafty or become a writer someday, so he heeded this safety measure. Ricky grabbed the chunky little short black wire with the rubber hood on it and squeezed it tightly over the small silver knob of the spark plug. He pushed himself up to his knees, dusted off his hands and legs, and stood. Upon bending towards the mower and putting one foot up upon its deck, he grabbed the starter cord and gave it a powerful yank. The little mower purred and sprung to life. Ricky jumped with glee and sang out, "Yippee!" Now in a much better mood, the young fellow turned the mower and started to cut nice straight slices along the garden's grassy pathways. The sharp spinning blade under the mower deck chomped through the tall and fresh grass and spit out the clippings to the side. The air was immediately filled with that familiar newly cut grass smell. The distinct smell permeated Ricky's nostrils as he took a deep breath to enjoy inhaling such a special scent. As he pushed the mower along, he started to whistle a happy and familiar tune.
So that is the beginning of Little Ricky, Adolescent Adventures, Wild Boys, Wise Woman. So it's just the start whenever Ricky and his pals get together and have quite the summer adventure. One that may be good or may be bad, but thank goodness we have Mrs. Louisa Beauregard to decide, the wise woman, to help out these young teens to discover that life can be dangerous if you're not careful. So, summertime story. Hopefully you enjoyed my reading with Ricky today. Hopefully you'll consider buying the rest of the story. It's available on Amazon.ca or Kobo.com. And when you do buy this story or any of my stories, like I said before, the royalties, 100% of them are given to a food bank. I, with your help, using my talent to help the poor find some food to eat at the food bank. So again, thank you. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. I wish you all very well. Bye for now.